completely lost myself when I couldn't set any boundaries. Good day my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. Today let's talk about self-love while we get ready for this Valentine's Day look. I think before we talk about any type of love, like family love, relationship, friendships, the most important thing that anyone should talk about is the concept of self-love. Not to be overly cheesy or overly positive, but I think the best thing that I've done for myself in 2023 that I took so long to achieve is to actually love myself a lot. That really helped me gain a lot of confidence and also dragged me out of the negative mindset and really move into a better space. I think the concept of self-love normally get mistaken with things like self-care, setting boundaries, and treating yourself on a spa day or buying yourself things. While all of those things are true and it is a part of self-love, but I think it's really important that each of us has our own definitions of what self-love means. And to me, self-love means to have the most amount of respect, admiration, love, yes, acceptance and care. Similarly to what you would do for your loved one, whether that's your family, your mom, your dad, your siblings, or your friends, or your lover, the thing you would do for them, the thing how you would care and treat and adore them, it's exactly the same. But just do that to yourself. Why is this important? Let me break it down to you. When we practice self-love, we learn to recognize and honor our emotions, set boundaries, and prioritize self-care. This can make your life a little bit easier, reduce stress, anxiety, and depressions, and overall a greater sense of emotional resilience. Believe it or not, self-love will actually help us strengthen our relationships with others, whether that's friendships, relationships, family, and even work relationships. When we love and accept ourselves fully, we are better to connect authentically with others, communicate our needs and set boundaries effectively, and generally cultivate a healthier and more fulfilling relationship. The thing I love the most about self-love and what it has taught me is to really boost my confidence and self-esteem. When we acknowledge our worth and our values as individuals, we're less likely to seek validation from others. We're less likely to seek validation from external sources. Instead, we're empowered to pursue our own goals, take risks, and embracing the new opportunities with self-assurance and courage. Last but not least, I think it's really important because life is full of up and down. Practicing self-love is a wonderful step that has personally helped me build my resilience, navigate different and difficult situations in life with grace and strength. When we love ourselves unconditionally, we better be able to bounce back from setbacks, learn from our failures, we're able to bounce back from setbacks, from our mistakes, failures, to learn and help ourselves do better next time. Wow, look at my eyes. I'm doing a fairly simple eye look because I want to really focus on my lips today. You might have done a lot of this already, but I would just love to list out everything that I've done personally for myself that really helped me improve my self-care, self-love journeys that I've been so far. All of this has collectively helped me mentally, physically, and spiritually embracing myself, embracing the good, the bad, the imperfections that I've had, and just really learn from to be really in tune with myself, slowly build a path to really improve myself. One of the best things that anyone can do at any given point in time is to have some self-care practices, whether it's taking yourself out for a walk, buying yourself a little treat, even just as small as a little daily coffee, anything that really makes you happy, makes you feel, tingles, giving you signals that you are treating yourself with kindness, with care, you're spoiling yourself, doing what you like, doing what you enjoy and relax. That really is a very big signal that you are treating yourself with a lot of love. Also, any action you take to take care of yourself, like taking rest in between a very busy day of work or taking breaks from things that no longer serve you in any format, whether it's an activities, whether it's a person, that just really amped up the journeys and the action you are taking to make sure yourself feels better. I know sometimes a lot of people get a little bit guilty when they start treating themselves. They think that, oh my goodness, what have I done to even deserve these things? But that mentality, it needs to switch. That mentality is so important because when you talk about self-love and positivity and really affirm yourself, you need to treat yourself with balance. You work hard, you also need to rest up. Take some action to charge yourself after a full long day of work it's just something that is so indulging. Eating a bit of chocolate, like do anything that really make your inner selves, maybe your inner child, or maybe just simply you as an individual happy. I think that's a beautiful moment that we all should do more of. The other thing that a lot of people get mistaken a lot, being respectful and pleasing other people a lot of the time, is to have no boundaries. As a people pleasers, growing up in an Asian household, always making sure that I have to reach that level of perfection that my family is expected of me. I've always say yes and always making sure that whatever is asked of myself, I always gonna deliver it. Slowly, that was just eating myself up inside out because I was feeling not fulfilled at all. I was always be chasing someone else's dreams, expectations, needs and wants. I completely lost myself when I couldn't set any boundaries, knowing my limit and then say no. And I know it is not easy. It's not naturally for us to always put ourselves needs and want on top of others because yes, we do care about others. We want the best for them and we want to adhere and listen and do what they actually want because we know that they always love us and they want the best for us. But it's never gotta be just one or the other. We can do both. We can respect our own boundaries and limits, but at the same time taking care of what the other is expecting of us. I think that's just really, really important and really, really empower us to take care of ourselves mentally. Really scary to start saying no's, or you will feel like you're pushing back. You're going against the stream. It's just really, really hard. I know that feeling. I think slowly you practice with the smaller things in your life that happens. Start with something really, really small, like not feeling obliged to go to a group outings that you're not really feel like it. Or maybe if someone wants to come over but you're just really tired and don't feel like hanging out that day, you can respectfully and politely say no. I'm 100% sure that if the person is your good friends, good relatives, good family, good boyfriend, whatever it is, they would also be respectful of your needs and the action you're taking to prioritize and taking care of yourself. You know the thing I love most about setting boundary? It might sound really hard and uncomfortable to do at first, but once you be familiar and get comfortable with the idea and the result of saying no's and really prioritize yourself, it's a beautiful recognition and it's a really beautiful actions. It's a really beautiful feelings that you're gonna get afterwards. It's basically once you know how good it is, you're never gonna go back. So I really encourage that you take the first step to take actions and really prioritize what you actually want instead of somebody else wants of you. The next thing I really practice doing for myself without even knowing is that to really put positive affirmations and gratitude affirmations into my daily habit. And trust me, it was so out of nature for me to actually do it because personally I'm really driven. I'm always be chasing the next best thing. While there's nothing wrong with it, having too much of that mindset really drive me down. Really just drive me insane because I start feeling like nothing is ever good enough, and that is really toxic to actually hone in. Why would you ever feel like that? They said that comparison is the thief of joy, and gratitude is the source of all happiness. Like, this is not the first time you guys heard about it, right? It's all about perspective. It's all about what you actually see out of any situation. You might wake up feeling crap, having traffic, going to work, to school, and then your coffee tastes so weird today and somebody spilled coffee all over yourself. Like, in the series of unfortunate event, will you actually look at it collectively and say, oh my god, I'm just attracting all these bad lucks today? Or would you actually be able to look at it and take a moment to really feel that, oh, at least it's only coffee spilled. At least no one got burnt today because the coffee was so hot. Oh, at least it's just coffee that I can just get it out. It's not a full plate of pasta. You know, like, I know it's insane, but it actually makes a lot of sense when you really switch your mind to appreciate and acknowledge what is really good out of these situations. Imagine if you just go into work and have a car accident. Like, how bad would that be, right? Of course, we don't want none of that in our life. And the more that you look into the one thing and you start acknowledging it, the more that it's gonna start appearing in your life. Like, I don't know, I can't remember what type of law that is, with that law of attractions or law of, I don't know, I've really forgot now. But Just think about it. When you start paying attention to the one thing, it will start appearing 10, 20, 100 times more in your life. And and positivity and happiness and good luck and positivity work exactly the same. Once you really hone into that mindset of receiving positivity, acknowledging good luck, and acknowledging all the good things that you are having in your life, I really think that's also a great action that you are taking to practice your self-love, because you know that your life is good and you know that there's going to be more of this coming in to take care of yourself, to make sure your life is the best that there ever is. I remember on my journey to, chase the next best thing, whether it's a new positions at my jobs, a new level of income. When I've got one thing like, a set of makeup or as a newest device like phone or laptops or computers, I instantly set myself to, okay, now what else can I get? What is the better thing that I can get? It's just so insane, because I trap myself into this constant race of chasing. I don't even know what else this actually is. And I always act like the things that I have is not good enough. The thing that I have is nothing. And I completely ignore the fact that it is there, like it is existing. I think the most evident examples that I have is just with my job. I work really oh my god, I just dropped my palette. Okay, let's do some blushes. But I work really hard to get my promotions at work. I always make sure that I'm like the youngest managers there is, or the youngest person of that rank and that level of hierarchy in the workplace. And especially for somebody who works in a fast-pacing, fast-changing industry like media and advertising, it's sort of easy enough for me to do it, and I know that I can get it. So I just work my ass off for it, like days and night, like whatever it is that I can do to make sure I tick my goals and making sure that it's contributing to, like Carly's gonna get the next promotions in the next route ASAP. I will just do it. I don't even care. Like, it's relentless. It's really fearless and relentless. And if you look at it, it's actually really good, because it shows that I'm driven, I'm disciplined, I'm, tracking, I have goals and checking in my goals and everything else. But looking at it broadly and really dive into what really happened, a little bit of that, it's perfectly fine and it's okay. But obsessing over that fact and obsessing over the goals, it's just really daunting and self-destructing. And the other thing too that really happened is that eventually I get my promotions in the fast time that I wanted. I think that I was happy and satisfied and feel like it was fulfilled. I was fulfilled for a hot minute. I was literally not even able to comprehend and experience and appreciate the fact, but I was instantly changed and thinking, okay, managers, now I am a manager, what else can I do to be the next level up, which is senior managers or a directors. Now I think back, I do appreciate the goods that comes out of it. Like, I was disciplined, I was really hardworking and driven and ambitious, but at the same time, that path is just slowly leading to a self-destruction. I was constantly burnt out, I was constantly tired, stressed, exhausting, slowly hating work, even though my workplace was a wonderful place. That type of mindset really clouded my head, and I couldn't think of anything further. I couldn't see the goodness that there is in my work life, that I have really awesome colleagues, that I really have some really good perks that really like no other industry would have. I would have relaxing or flexible working time, and everybody is respectful of everybody else's time and efforts and hobbies. I also have amazing clients and people that I work with that's just not hard to deal with. I completely overlook every good and positive things that are happening at the same time, and just slowly focusing on the end goals. And I guess it's really hard to just listen to my story and feel like, oh, what's so bad about it? Trust me when I say that whatever gurus and positivity life coach out there is actually saying about gratitude, it's so true. And it was such a late lesson for me to really learn myself I paid a hefty price to really learn that lesson. I would just say this to my future self constantly on the daily, and everybody else that in the same situations or having the same sort of mindset and path like I did before, is that be grateful, like be thankful of everything that you're having. Take a moment to really hone it and experience it and treasure it as you're having it, because one day it's gonna be gone. One day you're not gonna have it, and you're gonna be so miserable, and you're gonna regret not focusing, not appreciating the good things that you have, and it's just miserable, guys. Like, I do not wish that upon anybody. I know that there's a lot of things I've talked through, and it's a long slow process that you just take it step by step, guys. At the end of the day, the thing you need to do to yourself is to treat yourself with kindness. Take it really slow, take it as your own pace, and taking these practices, if they're new to you or if you've never really done them before, it honestly need to come from your mind and your heart with the goodness of taking care of yourself. Don't just fake it or doing it just because. I'm pretty sure that doing that will not last you long, and it just feels really unauthentic when you're trying to push yourself over just because you should do it. And I think that's one thing really important about, you know, the journey of self-love and the journey of self-care. And that's something really worth noting with the journeys of self-love, self-development, is that everybody have their own pace, everybody have their own unique experiences, stories, traits, personality, and every other little things that really make them unique. I do think that practicing self-love is really gonna help you to reduce any stress, anxiety that you have, any level of self-doubt, and just really making sure that you are your best supporter, you are your best friend. And you just take it at its need, take everything as you go, slowly, gradually and steadily as you need. If you feel like you can do everything at once and boom, make yourself the better version of yourself tomorrow, I would be so happy for you, and I adore all the efforts that you're making. At the same time, if you're someone that likes to take it slow or really want to take your time with the process, that is beautiful, and I respect you for everything that you are putting in slowly and steadily to make sure that you are the better version of yourself at your own pace. This is not a competition to anybody, to any version of yourself at any given point in time. It's just something really we're doing day by day, little bit by little bit, to really making sure that we are taken care of in the short little time that we have on this massive earth. All in all, I really want to make these videos before Valentine's Day, the day to celebrate love, to remind ourselves that the Valentine's Day is not only about loves between relationships, but also prioritizing and making sure you love yourself as much as you can. It's a beautiful thing. And it's not just for Valentine's Day, but any days that you guys take any action towards self-love, taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself, that was just a win for us all. In the spirit of the Valentine's Day, I wanted to make this video to really remind ourselves. I know that lives can get really busy and hectic at times. We're trying our best to do everything well for the loved ones, for Valentine's Day, for families, for friends, but don't forget to take care of yourself. I think it's gonna be a wonderful journey that you're embarking on, going on these journeys of self-love, self-care, self-development in general. Not just this Valentine's Day, but any days. I hope that you always love yourself. Be your biggest fan, be your biggest supporter, taking care of yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically, to make sure that you always feel the best and enjoy every moment there is in life. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos and found some tips and tricks of self-care and self-love really helpful, and you can apply it for yourself. Let me know down in the comments what is the best thing that you've done for yourself. Please give me a subscribe for more makeup and mindset videos. That's it for today. Love ya!